My name is Anna Mari, and I'm your host. We have Newman Thomas with us here today, and we're going to be talking about how to build a website with Weebly 101. So we haven't talked about Weebly at all. This is going to be a great session if it's something that you're interested in, or perhaps you didn't know you were interested in. We're going to do it. He's going to do a little bit of explanation in the beginning, and then we're going to actually build a site and launch it. So pretty cool for a session on a Friday, I reckon. Now, you might be streaming with us on a number of platforms. Make sure that you get your questions answered by the experts every time you join us by using the comment section, the chat function, and the Q&A function. We love to get your questions answered. That's why we're here. That's why these guys show up every day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m., because they're interested in helping small business owners like yourself. So make the sessions work for you. That's about it from me. There's no other real announcements right now. So thanks, Newman. Thanks again for joining us.
Hey, thank you, Anna Marie. Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. This is session number 4 for me, and always excited to share my knowledge with people around New Zealand. So thank you for having me again.
Yeah, I love your whole story. I know you always kind of talk a little bit about your story, and I'll let you do that. But what I like is that we get lots of feedback about your relatability and just the ability to just feel like you're a very down-to-earth person who has been, obviously you're an expert in your field, but really easy to understand. So thanks so much for taking the time out of your schedule to join us again today. I'm going to drop off and let you kind of drive, and I'll be here in the background as usual.
Cool. Thank you, Anna Marie. Thank you for your kind words. I'm quite excited to be here. Good morning, everyone, all the way from Tokoroa in the Waikato. It's quite a nice day today. I'm quite keen to get going on our session today. So today we will be building a website in 1 hour, in less than an hour, using a tool called Weebly. So I'm just going to share my screen and present. So my business is called Stealth Digital. We provide digital services around New Zealand, Australia, and America. A little bit about myself. I worked in IT for over 14 years in the digital space. And just the last few years, I started building our own business because family members were coming to me and said, can someone help me with my website? Because I'm quite technical, I went and helped them, and they were like, okay, thank you, nephew, for helping me. Is that free? And I was like, no, okay, auntie, it's free, but can you give me some donuts or something? So, and the thing was, I was still working full-time as I was doing my side gig in doing websites, and the same family members or friends that I helped with their websites, they came back to me and said, Newman, can you help me with Facebook marketing? Can you help me market my website? Can you help me with pay-per-click with Google Ads? So our business moved into providing online digital services for customers. And then about a year or two ago, we are now providing online training through Digital Beast, and also there's a few other companies that we provide training because we want to share our knowledge out there so people can actually do things or empower them to do it themselves. So Stealth Digital, our website is www.stealthdigital.co.nz. You can find more about my team. There's 2 other members that work for me. Our testimonials, the portfolios we built, and our list of services. We create websites from scratch. I think a month or 2 ago, I presented a session on WordPress, and today we will be creating a website from scratch using Weebly. Also, I build websites in Wix, Shopify, Squarespace. Doesn't matter what software is out there, I can build those websites. We also update or support our clients' websites. So that means if we've launched our website for our clients and they need help to upgrade their website, we do that as well. Also, we fix other clients' website that hosted somewhere else. So for example, you're hosted with Bluehost or A1 domain or First Domain, you can call us up and say, I need help for my website. It's WordPress or Shopify, whatever. We will help you guys with that. We host our websites in New Zealand, Australia, and the United States. It doesn't matter if you are in New Zealand, we can host your website in New Zealand. If our clients is in Australia, we host it in Australia. We also provide domain management services. We use GoDaddy, where we manage all our clients' domains. We have over 50 clients at the moment, so it's really growing in the last couple of years. We do something called search engine optimization. It's probably something I can look at later on as well as part of the the ongoing services we provide. There's digital market services, Google Ads, Facebook marketing, which we've done last month. We did Facebook marketing 101 and 102. We do email marketing services as well and as I mentioned, there's 3 team members. And this is the final slide. There's only 3 slides for today because for me, I rather actually show the work instead of talking. And yeah, this is the final slide for today. Our agenda is we're going to create a website from scratch using Weebly. I will show you guys how easy it is, where to start. That's probably the important thing because a lot of people don't know where to start. And I'm going to hold your hand throughout that process. So I'll show you where to start. I'm going to hold your hand. So you can go back through this video. I'm going to show you how to choose a theme or what is a theme. I'm going to show you what are subdomains or domains. And we're going to look at the different elements in the website, which is text, video, buttons, titles. And then we're going to launch a website. And then throughout today, if there's any questions that come up, or there could be questions at the end of the session. So let's get started. So I am sharing my screen. Yes. Okay.
Oh.
So
well, yes, but not Weebly. Okay, there we go. Perfect.
There we go. Cool. So the first question is how to start to build a website in Weebly. So what you need to do is go to weebly.com. So once you're there, you need to register first. The first thing you need to do is click on this create your website. Now, this form comes up, you need to register. With a lot of businesses out there, you need to register first, which will enable you to log into that platform. So go ahead and enter in your details, first name, last name, your email, confirm your email, create a password, and the country should default to New Zealand. Check I'm not a robot and agree to Weebly's terms and conditions. So you can go ahead and enter these details on whatever that may be. When it says confirm your email, I tend to cheat a bit. I just copy and paste it across. You enter in your password, country, I'm not a robot, and agree. So once you've done that, click continue. Now, what I'm going to do is, because I already have an account, what I'm going to do is I'm going to log directly into Weebly. But this is the very first step. You need to register. Once you click continue, you will be presented with the next screen. Just give me a moment. So I'm going to log in now to Weebly. Okay. Okay, so once you have registered or clicked that continue button in Weebly, you will be presented with these 2 options here. You will either choose I just need a website or I need a website with an online store. So kind of depending on, are you going to be selling products? Are you going to be promoting your services? Maybe click on that I need a website with an online store. But because we only have about 50 minutes, it's a limited time, I'm just going to go with I just need a website. It's just a basic website. Maybe later on we can look at Weebly 102 where we can talk about an online store if people want to sell on products. So I just need a website. Click on that one. I think I'll just make this a little bit bigger. Now the next option is there are pre-selected themes in Weebly. So what is a theme? A theme is just the general layout of a website. So you can have a look at the different themes here. You can say, you can look at the business category. You can go, you want a personal category of all the themes. You can go an event. You know, if you're going to be running events, blogs, you know, if you're going to be writing blogs about fashion or whatever, you go come there. Now, coming soon, don't worry about that. This is more a landing page if you want to put a landing coming soon page for now and come back later. And then other is other themes as well. So there's some options there. So for the purpose of this, I know I can scroll down. There's a few themes there. Now, in choosing a theme, one thing to bear in mind with Weebly theme is you can always go back and change your theme again and again and again and again. It doesn't matter. So you can choose a theme now, and then you can always update it later on. And I'll show you guys how to do that. So we're gonna choose. So if I want the menu, I think I'll make this bigger. If I want the menu to be on the left-hand side, the menu is the home page, services, and I would choose this layout. If I want a search functionality, I'll choose this layout. However, if I want the to have this layout where the logo is at the top and the menu is below it, I would choose this layout. If I want this layout as well, I click this one. So for if I want the logo to be on the left-hand side, the menu on the right-hand side, I would choose this layout, okay? So for the purpose of this, I am gonna choose the Gentleman's Barbershop. And from here, you can see the general layout of the website. It will have the logo here, it will have the menu here, it will have, this is the landing page or the landing slide. You will see, as you can see, it looks nice. It will have some text, some images here. So everything is pre-populated for you. All you have to do is actually customize the content. Or, you know, you can add your own photos, you can add your own videos, you can add your own text. So let's say, well, I don't really like this theme. I'm gonna go to another theme. Maybe I'll click this theme here. I can look through. Oh, this looks refreshing. You know, if your website is about fruits or vegetables and stuff like this has a refreshing color theme. It has the color yellow, green, you know, the smoothies and stuff like that. So, okay, now let's go back to the barbershop. Just for the purpose of this training, I'm going to use the Gentleman's Barbershop. So let's say you've chosen a theme. Again, you can always go back and change that theme again. On the right-hand side, you can see there's a start editing. Click on that. Now, this will take you into Weebly, what we call the back end, where you can edit the website the way you want. Now, the next thing we need to talk about is a domain. A domain is just a unique web address. So for example, nzhero.co.nz, that's a unique web address for that company. And once someone purchases that domain, no one else can buy it. So it's unique to you. So one of the best examples in deciding a domain is there's two things. One is, one is if your business is in New Zealand and you're selling your products or services, or you're doing services in New Zealand, try get a .co.nz domain or a .nz domain. If you are selling your services or your products international, like outside of New Zealand, try get a .com extension or domain. Now, the second thing to bear in mind is there are times the domain names is already being taken. Try come up with different variations of that domain, and we can add numbers at the back of it to come up with that. So in deciding a business name, think of is that domain available as well. So it took me a month to rebrand our business to Stealth Digital. It was because there were a lot of brands out there. There was already, there were a lot of domains out there that was already taken. So I decided on Stealth Digital for various reasons. And the other reason was stealthdigital.co.nz is available. Okay, so we're gonna choose a domain, but the first thing is you need to search whether that domain is available. So I can just say Newman's Barbershop for now 01 because I think Newman's Barbershop.weebly.com is already taken, and I go search. Okay, now The other thing to bear in mind with the domain is you can connect your domain or transfer your domain from another provider to Weebly. Let me explain what that means. So connect your domain means your domain is with GoDaddy, first domain, wherever that may be. And you can connect that domain, and Weebly will be the one where you design the website, and this is the place you go to. Or transfer means they will give you a code, and it's called the UDI code. I don't want to explain that, but what that code means is the domain will be transferred from a different host, first domain, GoDaddy, whatever, into Weebly. So this is that functionality around the domain. So I've typed in newmansbarbershop01.com, click search. This is the professional domain. Now, the professional domain means you have to pay for them. Okay. But for the purpose of this training, you can get a free domain when you go to the subdomain side of things. It will have the .weebly.com. You can always pay for the domain later on if you want to. So for the purpose of this, let's say I'm going to go back and say newmansbarbershop.com, and yep, so that's available. So I'll scroll down, and under subdomain, I'll select or I'll choose that. And then go done. Okay. And go publish. So what I've done in about 10 minutes, I don't know if you guys noticed, is we have a website up and running. Now it is over to you to customize the website. And what I mean by that is this is what we call the back end. When you go to the front end, so this is what people will see, newmansbarbershop.weebly.com. This is the front end. So if anyone will go to this website now, newmansbarbershop.weebly.com, this is live, this is up and running. People can see it, people can send inquiries, and so forth and so forth. As you can see, one thing I like about Weebly is it's mobile friendly, it's nice and clean. Everything is predefined for you. All you have to do is just fill in the dots, fill in the gaps. So it says edit this text to make it your own. So you can, I'll show you guys how to do that. These are the services. You can add some more services here. You can edit the photo here. You can do a lot of things here. The About Us page. Yeah, you can add your own photo. No, I don't look like these two fellas here. And you can add your own text as well. What is the vision for your business? And also updates as well. And then the contact us page. So essentially on the website, there are 4 essential pages I would highly recommend. The contact us page, which is to enable people to contact you, either mobile number, email, inquiries, forms, social media, so forth, so forth. The other one is the About Us page. I highly recommend this. And the reason for that is there's a few things on the website that builds trust, and About Us is one of those elements that builds trust. People will go to the About Us page and go, who is this person? And go, About Us, About Us. It's Newman Thomas. Newman Thomas, is not a cowboy website designer. He's been doing this for many, many years. He's got a technical experience. There's his Newman's portfolio there. There's Newman's testimonials there. So About Us really builds trust. So it's, I highly recommend have an About Us page on your website. Some people, it's about privacy as well. So there's that balancing act. Should I let people know about a little bit more about my business or not really? On the About Us page as well, what I've seen is people upload photos of themselves with their family members. It's when you see a family photo, it's heartwarming, it's nice. Some people will have photos of them and their pet. So I highly recommend the About Us page. So the third page is the home page or the landing page. It's just a summary of all the pages together. You can put your services in there, your products in there, contact us page. Now the fourth page is, it could either be your shop page if you are an online store. So if you guys remember 5 minutes ago, I showed you guys the option of choosing, do I want an online store? Do I not want an online store? Or you can have your services page. So on the services page, you can list out the different services you provide. So for example, for a landscaping business, you can say, these are the different services I provide. I provide hedge trimming, I provide cutting lawns, gardening, and so forth and so forth. So those are the 4 pages I highly recommend for, it's the bare minimum for a website. The contact us page enable people to contact you. The about us page tells your story, the vision of the company, a photo of you or your team, the homepage as well, which is called the landing page, where you can put everything in there, and also the products or services page, or products and services page. Great. Just before I mentioned that you will be able to edit or change your theme around, and also change the domain around as well. So I'm going to quickly go through that. So in Weebly, there's menus at the top here. You can click on build, and we're going to talk about this in a minute. These are the different elements. We're going to cover this shortly. And these are the pages. I talk about pages. There's the home page, services page, about us page, and stuff like that. There's theme. So the first thing we're going to do is, let's say I'm going to change, I don't want the Gentleman's Barbershop. I want to change it into a different theme. You just click on theme here and go change theme. And it goes back to that first two screens we have where you get to choose a theme. So as you can see now, we've gone back. This is the Gentleman Barbershop. And these are the different themes that shows up. So let's say I want to preview this theme here. I like the logo to be on the left side, the menu to be sort of in the middle. So I'm going to click and preview this one and see how it looks like. Would I like it? Okay, so it has the logo now on the left-hand side. It has all the menus. As you guys can see, the photos has not changed. And the reason for that is people would have added photos to the website now. And if it changes the theme, Weebly wants to keep these photos here. You can always change these photos. So as you can see, the theme has changed. Hasn't changed. This is the layout. If you want the logo to be on the left side and the menu to be in the middle. Let's say I don't really like that layout. I want, let's see, I'm gonna get this one here. Okay, I'm gonna preview this theme. Okay, so the logo is on the left side, the menus are right side. Perfect. I want this theme. And looking at the colors, yep, let's go with that one. So just go choose and give Weebly a few seconds. As you can see, this logo now has moved to the left-hand side. Even the fonts has changed because this is a different theme. Now, so we have, I've just showed you how to edit your theme. It's quite simple. It's quite easy as well. Now, the next one I want to talk about is to actually change your domain name. Okay, so at the moment, my domain name is, so I'll just make this a little bit bigger, newmansbarbershop.weebly.com, or a subdomain name. I want to change that. Let's say, let's change that to the Gentleman's Barbershop. So what you need to do is at the top of Weebly as well, just go to settings. As you can see, this is the site address. You can change this. On the right hand side, you can see there's a change button there. Click on that. It goes back to that pop-up that came before as well, where you can search what's the available domain. So I'm going to say, okay, it's not Newman's Barbershop anymore. It's the Gentleman's barbershop.com. Okay, let's do that. Okay, or let's try .co.nz. Okay. So this is showing me the Gentleman's barbershop.weebly.com is actually unavailable. It's because I actually used it with my other training services. So I can say the Gentleman's Barbershop or the Gentleman's Barbershop, let's say Hamilton, .co.nz. Okay, so the Gentleman's Barbershop, actually, I'll remove that. Gentleman's Barbershop Hamilton. Okay, so again, the professional domain, that's the ones you need to pay, but you can always have a free subdomain on the Weebly, which will be Gentleman's Barbershop Hamilton.weebly.com. So I'll play a smart move here because I've added the word Hamilton, and the reason for that is it's local to Hamilton. You know, a barbershop in Hamilton, they won't provide services for people in Auckland, for example. So I go choose and go done. So now, this is the front page, the Gentleman's Barbershop. So the subdomain now is the Gentleman's Barbershop Hamilton.weebly.com. Okay, so within 15 minutes, we've done pretty much 60% of building a website in Weebly. Those are the key things I wanted to cover, like themes. I need people to really understand what themes are, and also domain, domain as well. Once you understand those two concepts, everything else that comes out of this will be pretty sweet. So the next 15 minutes, we will be customizing the website. Okay. Now on the left-hand corner, you can see before I go, there's something called apps. Now apps in Weebly, they are like software or applications that can extend the functionality of the website. What that means is if you want PayPal integrated into your Weebly, you can look through here. There are some, some apps there that will extend the functionality of your website. If you want some, go back to apps. If you want email services, so if you want to integrate the different email services in there, you can go email, and you can see there are some apps there that will help your website or take your website to the next level. So have a look through the apps. There's a lot of free ones. There's a lot of, but some are actually premium as well. So you can, you need to pay for those premium services there. Okay, now to go, we're gonna edit the pages now. As you can remember, there are, I've got a few pages here. I've got the home page. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the different elements. So I'll just go back to my slides. So we've covered how to get started. We've covered themes. We've covered domains and subdomains. Now we're going to look at different website elements like text, video buttons, and so forth. Now let's go back to the to Weebly. Now, one thing you can do is, one of the best things in Weebly is when you see this text there, you can click on it straight away and you can start making an edit there. It's Weebly is very similar to Microsoft Word functionality where you can make some text bold, italics, underline. So let's say I want to edit this text here, okay, just for the purpose of this training. I'm going to say, okay, I am going to make that florist look bold, highlight that, go bold. As you can see, it has gone bold. So it's very simple. You can highlight this one, go, I want this to be in italics. And I want to underline the word barbershop there. Yeah, so it's very simple. You can center the paragraph itself or the elements. So this is what we call a text element, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. You can add some numbers to it. So for example, I'm doing some edits here. I'm gonna lift the line there and go, okay, I can say item 1, item 2, item 3. If you highlight that, and then you can add some numbers behind it. So you can say brush, other brush, whatever that may be. Okay. You can undo some of the changes you've made as well, or you can redo all those changes. So that's really editing it, editing the text. You just click into the element, and when something pops up, it means you have now the capability to edit that element there. So I'm going to go through what the elements are. We have a title element. So normally a title is something that really stands out. It's, it's big, it's bold. That's a title. And as you can see, this is an example of a title. You can click on this as well. You can add some more text, whatever you want to add into there. There's something called a text element where you're going to write text. You can write paragraphs, you can write stories. That's the place, that's the elements to use. You can upload images, you can have galleries. Now, when you see this orange icon here, this means this is a paid premium version. So you can't use these elements unless you upgrade. So upgrading means you are paying the premium services with Weebly. So you can upgrade, once you've played around with, customizing your website, changing the way, everything is ready. You can upgrade. That means you can have your own domain. So instead of having a, gentleman's barbershop hamilton.weebly.com, you can actually remove the .weebly.com to make it look more professional. So that's what upgrading means. It's more a premium version of Weebly, where you can use these extra elements there. There's a spacer, there's a divider, there's buttons, there's social icons, products, and so forth. So there are times people think these are the only elements. It's not. There's a blue button here that says show all the elements. There are more. You can have maps, you can have coding, search box, newsletter, contact form, RSVP, survey, YouTube video. Depending on our time, I might add a bit more of these elements. Okay, so let's go through the different elements. Let's say I want to add a title below this image here. Just go. One of the good things about Weebly, and I know with Wix and a lot of those other platforms, is you can drag and drop elements. Now, why Weebly instead of WordPress or Wix or Shopify? Weebly is very good for non-technical people. And the reason for that is you can drag and drop elements and you can change the theme around. Within 1 hour, you guys can see I have a website up and running. Now, all I have to do is add the content, add my own text to it, add my own photos to it. And that's why WordPress, there's a bit more technical things that needs to be done where, your domain could be here, your hosting could be somewhere else, your WordPress could be somewhere else. But the good thing with Weebly is everything is bundled into one. Your domain, your hosting, and the ability to design the website, all three elements, all three of those things is bundled into this platform here. That's why it's very useful for non-technical people, which I think 99% of a lot of people are. And if you're busy as well, you can just drag and drop elements there. So let's look at the different elements. I'm gonna pull a title and I'm gonna put a title on top of this element here. So drag, where you see the blue line, drop. As you can see, this has shown up. Okay, so this is a title. And it says click here to edit. So I can say the title name will be brush for means beard, something like that. Yep. Okay, so that's the title. That's it. You can also, what I showed before is you can edit that again. You can click on it. You can make some changes to it. Again, you can make something bold. You can underline it and also things. Even you can increase the font size. You can make that bigger, as you guys can see. Or you can decrease that font size depending on how you prefer it. You can change the font color there as well. So at the moment it's green. You go there and go, I want that to be red. So that's red now. Or I want that to be, I don't know, that color. Just for the purpose of training, I'm just going to pick those things up. What I'm doing here is I'm providing the tools and capabilities of, what do you do in Weebly? It's really up to you, what content you add, and it's really up to you. Where are you going to structure your website? So that's pretty much a title. Now below this title, I'm going to write a text. So on the left-hand side, there is a text element. So click that, drag that below here and say, this is the text. And then you can type. Similar to Microsoft Word, it's just a matter of entering values into your keyboard. So I can say this brush is top of the shelf product that helps men with their long beards, something like that. I'm just coming up with content at the top of my head as I'm typing through. It can be used with powders or whatever, okay. So it's really up to you, the content you enter here. I'm just showing you guys how easy it is to add the text. And again, you can have a play around with the different functionality that the text provides. You can add numbers, bullet points, and so forth and so forth. Maybe I can say the brush comes with, you can say varnished handle, blah blah blah, whatever that may be. And then I can go highlight that and make that as bullet points. As you're making changes to the website, on the right hand side there's something called publish. So every time you make a change to a website, make sure you click publish. And the reason for that is just in case your website falls over, at least you've saved your work. So all these changes we've made, when we go back now to our website, as you can see, it hasn't reflected the change yet because we added a title and a text below here. Unless you go and refresh that now. As you can see, the title is now showing up in the front end. So when people go Gentleman's Barbershop, hamilton.weebly.com, they will be able to see all these changes automatically. Okay, so we've covered our title, we've covered text. Now let's add an image. Let's say I want to add an image below this one here. I'll just click and drag. It doesn't want to do that, so I'm going to add that image above here. Now, again, similar to Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, where you can upload image from your computer. So I'm just going to go click on that. I want to upload a photo from my computer. I go to desktop. I'm going to randomly pick any of the photos. And since today's Friday, I'm going to pick this photo here. Because it's the weekend, we're all happy, or it's almost the weekend. Anyone that has watched Squid Game? Yeah, so this photo is a reference to the Netflix session called Squid Game. So this is that photo. Let's say I don't like this photo. I can always click on it again and go, I want to replace that image. I want to use a different image now. Let's say I'm going to randomly pick this image here. So now this image here will now change into that house image I have just uploaded. So just give Weebly a few seconds. As you guys can see, this is the photo that has shown up that I have uploaded to the website. Again, once you've uploaded photos, you can click on it and make changes to it. You can click on it. As you can see, you can add some caption below it. You can say, this is my brand new house. Whatever that may be. I'm just making things up. Brand new house. And click on it. As you guys can see now, the caption shows below the image there as well. Okay. So we have covered images, we have covered text, images, titles. Maybe I'll cover one or two more depending on our time. Now I want to use the button. And the idea really is, I'm showing you guys all the tools and the elements there. It's really up to you, what elements you want to use. Take the time to actually try these different elements out. Photo gallery is a list of photos in one section. Slideshow is another nice one, but I'm not going to cover that. Let's have a look at buttons. So I want to add a button below here. This is the button text here. So I want that button to be centered. I want the button text to be go. Hang on just one moment. Button text. Say contact page. Contact us. And the reason for that is we are on the home page. I want people to go to the contact us page. Now I need to create a link. So click out there. So there's a contact us button there. Click in there and go link, because I want to link this page to, sorry, I want to link the contact us page to this page. Go link. Now we have a standard page that comes up. We go contact. And once you've done that, just click out of that as well. And that's pretty much it for buttons. You can change the position around. You can right align, left align. You can change the style. So if you don't want this one here, you can say, okay, I want it to be bigger. As you can see, if I click on this, that will change. So as you can see, that's the button style there. You can have a play around what's available there. I think the key message for me today is, Weebly is available for you to play around until your website is ready. Then you can tell the whole world about it. Spacing, button style, button text. So now what we'll do is I'm going to publish this. And we're going to go to the home page. Now, so a button should show up here. And when people click on this button, it will take them to the contact us page. Okay, so I've covered that. And I think we have time for just one more element. I'm going to cover maybe social icons. Okay. So social icons are, if you have Facebook video, if you have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. What I've done is I just drag and drop the social icons into here. So now you can click in here. Let's say, my business only has a Facebook page, doesn't have Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and email. So you go to manage icons, and I'm going to remove some of these here. So I don't want mail. I don't want LinkedIn. So I'm going to hide LinkedIn. As you guys can see, as I unshow it, it actually hides. So I go Instagram and then and I'm going to hide Twitter as well. Now, the next step is Facebook. I want the Facebook link. So what I can do is you need to go to your Facebook, and let's say you want people, when they click on there, go to the Facebook page you want them to go. So I'm going to go Stealth Digital because that's my business. And I'm going to copy this web URL here, or this web address. So I'm going to go copy. And the good thing is, I know we've got a short period of time, is you can always go back through this video and rewatch all this, and it becomes easier. And go right click and go paste. And check there are no spaces at the front or at the end, and click out of that as well. And you go publish. Now, when you go to, you can see there's a Facebook icon here. So when people click on this from your page, it takes them to where you want them to go. In this case, they will be taken to Stealth Digital Facebook page. I think we might have time for just one more, which is the YouTube video. Okay, now I want to add a video. I want to add a YouTube video. I went and dragged the YouTube elements from the left-hand side, put it into here. Now, again, once you drag elements into your panel, you need to click on it. And, you can right align, left align, and all those things. But the most important thing for you is, in this case, you want the YouTube video URL. Okay. So in this case, I have a haircutting business. I don't, but in this particular case, there is one. So I go to youtube.com. I'm going to randomly pick a photo from haircutting. how to cut hair at home. With all the lockdowns going on, this is probably a good thing, how to cut your hair at home yourself. Let's go through all this. I'm gonna say, okay, that looks like it's a nice video. I click on this video. Again, you need to get this website URL from there. Go back to Weebly and click into the YouTube video URL, sorry, and go paste. Make sure there are no spaces at the front, at the back. Click out of that. As you can see now, that has refreshed. Now go publish. Now when we go to our homepage, when we go to our homepage, now the video is showing there, so people can click in there and watch the video. I think I have covered everything, Anna Marie. I know it's pretty quick, but I think everyone can always go back and rewatch the video. Yeah, so Stealth Digital, we build websites on different platforms, WordPress, Weebly, Wix, Shopify. If you guys need any help in building your flawless website in Weebly, just let me know. Go to stealthdigital.co.nz. And I'm more than happy to have you guys. Thank you, Anna Marie.
Oh, it's great. If you stop your share, we might even there we go. Cool. That'd be great. So can you use 2 different languages on the website? Thanks. Great question, Michael. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. You can change the language around, but I think that's a premium capability where you need to upgrade. When you upgrade in Weebly, then you can add languages into there where it's English, Chinese or whatever language.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's capability for that.
I guess that's really can be such a great feature if you're bilingual or you want to hit lots of different markets, having that availability. So if that's something that's going to make your business grow, then it might be worth investing in. Yeah,
absolutely. And there are functionalities out there where if, let's say, I go to your website, if I am in Russia, the website will automatically change into the Russian language. So there are capabilities out there. It doesn't, it's like, it's language translate. Doesn't matter where I am in the world. My website will, translate automatically to that region.
Cool. And if you are interested in doing business around the world, just throwing it out there, we actually did a session with Google on exporting, and it was really interesting, the tools that Google has to understand these other markets and what payment systems people use in those markets and things like that. So if you're interested in that, do check out that session we did with Google on exporting. It was pretty cool because it is nice to see Kiwi businesses out there in the world, right, doing business globally. We've got so many great creatives here. We've got so much great innovation here in New Zealand. And a lot of our stuff isn't being held up right now, whereas in a lot of countries, their production is being really held up. So there's some advantages of being here currently that we could take advantage of. Yeah, this has been another fabulous session, Newman. I always love when you come on, especially these walkthroughs on these builds, because I think that you just really take a step by step. Okay, you go here, 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 and just watch somebody do it. And I guess one of the things I like about that is we can rewind later. So if you're watching this via Zoom, it will be available online on the site. As all of our sessions are, in case you missed it section, or you can look for it via the title in the search engine, but you'll also receive it in a thank you for attending email. So you should get the link to that. If you need any help, contact Newman, or you can contact our support at digitalboost.co.nz. But Newman, you've been really helpful to a few folks that have contacted you after these sessions, and I've heard nothing but lovely feedback, and we appreciate that from you and your time. And I love that you're a small business, as well. So it's you really do, although you've got all this expertise, you really do understand what it means to be a small business, and that's it's a really valuable thing, because that time's a commodity, and and you've helped all your family create sites, which is
it was I think I stumbled across it. I saw some, I think there was the other thing is I saw some posts on Facebook, family members were saying, "Can someone please help me? I've paid thousands of dollars to someone a month ago, they're quite busy." And I go, I've got a few hours tonight to win in. And it's about really helping people. And then the value that they experience through that, because it kind of spreads like wildfire out there. And being a businessman as well, it's really, I've been in business 2-3 years. I'm still learning the ropes being in business, and Digital Boost has really offered that really great opportunity to share my knowledge, and at the same time, we I've got a handful of clients that has come through to help them with their websites and migrated websites to our hosting.
Yeah.
Quite. Yeah.
I think what I like about it is like lots of folks come on here and they're experts in their field, but they don't own their own businesses. They might work for a company. So, and that's what you used to do. You used to work for somebody else. Now, both sides, so it's cool. Here's a question. Hi, can you change the site title so it doesn't include Weebly.com, as I already have a domain name? Thanks for your time. Great speaker, clear and easy to understand. Julia, thanks so much for that comment. That was fantastic. So can you do that, Newman? Is that possible?
Yes, you can definitely do that. So from Weebly.com, the ability to remove the .weebly.com is you need to upgrade and pay for that. That's this is Weebly's way of advertising their business. But in order for you to remove the .weebly.com, you have to pay for that capability or to remove that .weebly.com. So unfortunately that's the only way to remove that. And
do you find that with this platform, sorry to cut you off there. Do you find that with this platform, there's a lot of that? Like, is that something that because you work with so many platforms, do you find that with Weebly, there are a lot of, like, to get a lot of the functionality, you really do have to pay for pay for that?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I can do is, Weebly do different tiers, and with a lot of businesses as well, they do lots of different tiers. You can have the free tier, where it has limited capability, but you can do some stuff with it. So if I go to the pricing of Weebly, it will explain that.
See, what I love when we've got people on that don't work for certain companies, like they really can speak to things without having to. But that's pretty reasonable, isn't it? Geez, okay. 25. Oh, it's US, isn't it? So kind of double it, I guess.
So this is what I mean. The tier we use, the free tier, the basic use, it's free, but it comes with a domain with the Weebly branding. Okay. So in order to remove that, you need to pay for the other services, which is for websites, which is this one here, and then you can connect to a custom domain. Okay. There's the pro price, and Anna-Marie is right, this is in US dollars.
Yeah.
And also if you have an online
double
store,
it in my head. Yeah.
If you have an online store, you pay more because there's more functionality that comes with it. So yes. To remove the .weebly.com, unfortunately, you'll have to upgrade to the different tiers.
I'm going to be a bit cheeky, and I'm going to ask you what's your favorite platform to work on. Weebly is? Really?
Oh, WordPress.
Oh, WordPress. Yeah. I thought you might say that because you're quite skilled as well. So
I think from a so Weebly does come with limitations, and a lot of people know this. Probably, sorry, I never mentioned that. It does come with limitations. Like when you look at the different themes there, Weebly only has about 20 to about 30 different themes. It has only about 30 to about 50 different apps available. Now in WordPress is the granddaddy of all CMS systems. They've got thousands of themes available. There's thousands of plugins, but I don't want to praise WordPress because
Yeah, I know. You're not here to like promote but I
yeah,
just
yeah.
always find it interesting. Like I want, I love having just that little bit of insight. But it is whatever you're looking for, and you based on your capability, based on the amount of funding you have, stuff like that. So it says, I want to create a 4-page website for a tattoo studio without payment options. Should I use Weebly, Squarespace, or WordPress? Oh, good question. And I don't know if you can answer that because but
Okay.
I want to see your tattoo work. That I want to see that. That sounds really cool. But yeah.
So the good thing about Weebly and Wix in this case is they have some really nice images you can use. So maybe I'll just share my screen, and I've mentioned this on the WordPress session is you can go to unsplash.com and you can download tons of images from here. You can go tattoo, and there's tons of images from there. And when you use the Wix or Weebly platform, all these photos come available there, but you can always change that through it. Now, I think for me, if I was to create a website, 95% of my clients is on WordPress because of the extendability of WordPress. You can add lots and lots of things. So to really answer your question, I'll say WordPress. However, there's that balancing act is the pricing, like what Anna Marie is saying. With Weebly, you can get something up and running for free with that subdomain.
And Wix as well can be free as well.
And Wix as well. But if you want to people to have more functionality like Stripe, PayPal payments, and all those things, then I would recommend WordPress. Each people have their own design. Even as you guys notice in Weebly, it's easy. It's just drag and drop, and everything is bundled into one. That's probably the other thing I want to talk about is Weebly. Websites, really, there's 3 things. There's a domain, there's the hosting, and a website developer, their time. And Weebly, everything, the domain, the hosting, the web, the developer, everything's bundled into one. In WordPress, your domain could be with GoDaddy, your hosting could be with Stuff Digital, and you have a developer that's in America that would design the website. So, communicating with those 3 different groups of people can be can take time, But with Weebly, everything is bundled into one. So I think there's that balancing act is, do I want to get something up and running this week, then go with Weebly, or do I want to take the time to actually explore the functionality of other platforms? Then honestly, I'm a WordPress person. I would say WordPress.
Yeah. And I would also like to remind folks that, and I've heard this from a number of people, like when you, like as your site is up and running and it sits there and you build authority online and stuff about, people notice you and, you build this kind of SEO game and you've got all of that, you gain all this Google juice, as we like to call it, Google gains. And when you switch your platform, if you don't really have somebody do that for you, like say you switch from Wix to like WordPress, you can lose some of your Google gains when you switch your platform.
So yeah, I think I want to mention something about that as well. Sorry, Anna Marie, it was around you can't migrate your website from Weebly to Wix to WordPress, and the reason for that is these are 3 different companies. They have they want to keep people there, so they created a code base in a way where you can't migrate it across. So in order for me to take my Weebly website to Wix, I had to redesign everything in Wix. So that's probably something to bear in mind when choosing the different platforms.
Yeah, just saying thanks for that. So I think that that's really important. Like, that's what I kind of like, we do often have, like, we've got all representatives from different companies that come on and they're going to promote their product. They're obviously going to be like, this product's like the best product. I mean, that's who they are, and they believe in what they do, and they are great products. And I think that one of the things that we like to do here at Digital Boost is we don't play favorites. We really just want you to know, be as informed as possible so you can make the best decision for your business. So what's the thing? Sorry, I just joined. What's the best way to get a quick 3 to 5 page website? WordPress question mark, will I need to pay a monthly charge? I guess the part of that question, or maybe you missed it, it just depends what you're trying to do with the website. Like if you need people to be able to pay on the website, or, you know, and how much you're willing to spend. That's kind of a kettle of fish right there. Yeah, I think that's you might want to just rewatch the tail end of that conversation that we just had, because I think, you know, there's not one answer to that question. Yeah, because what Newman said is, like, if you wanted a quick 3 to 5 page website today, and you just didn't, it's just there, you don't need payments through it, you don't have it, you know, and you want it to be free, then that would be something like Weebly or Wix. But if you want more functionality in the long run or whatever, you're going to end up paying monthly fees. And, you know, it just depends on how far you want to go with it, what you want to be able to do with it, what your industry's in probably as well. Would you
I think,
reckon?
can I answer a little bit on that as well? I'm just going to extend to that is,
Yeah,
if you want to practice website design stuff, then Weebly or Wix will be the best platform to learn. You know, what is a button element, what is an image element. You know, they're there, and once you've learned those, you can take that knowledge and extend that to the different platforms out there, to WordPress and things like that. So yeah, if you're starting for the first time, I'll highly recommend Weebly or Wix to give it a go. And then once you get more confident in your ability, then there's always WordPress and other stuff out there.
Yeah, cool. Oh, thanks, Newman. I hope everyone enjoyed this session. If you're watching it later, I hope you have enjoyed it as well. Looking forward to having you on again at some point. I'm not sure if we have anything booked later this year, but I know that we've been talking about next year, so
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Ka kite, and have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday. That's right. Oh, woo, we made it. Ka kite, get out there in the sun if there's sun where you are, and we're wishing you well.
Thank you.
That's all else here from Digital Boost. Thanks.